Hey, I'm only here for a little bit. Do you know what? Every time I want to live stream, I have to delete it and then reinstall it. That is kind of tedious. It's still morning, isn't it? Yeah, it's only 10:30. I got this at age. Cause look at my hair. Huh? I've been doing laundry, stripped the bed. Right now I'm washing the mattress pad and some blankets. Gonna 12:30 in Michigan. I talked to my friend already in Michigan. Cheers, Hannah. Hi, brain tumor. Mama Vapes. Greetings in Denver. I'm okay. Just another day, living the dream. I have to figure out what the hell's going on with this iPad. My earliest memory. My earliest memory is being like almost 3. I have a couple of them from this time period. When I was about 3. One I have is I had the German measles. I was very, very sick. I will read I have 3 calendars to read. Kelsey, 3. The other one I remember is I was, again, maybe 4 at this point. And I really am a natural blonde. And when I was little, my hair was just as curly and blonde as could be. And I had no eyebrows or eyelashes because I was a towhead. Well, one of the neighbors, her name was Becky Plowman. She was my best friend, and she was probably about 7 or 8. And we played barbershop. And I had my hair in ponytails, and she cut one of my ponytails off in barbershop. I do remember that. Every little girl plays beauty parlor barbershop. All right. To make it easy, so I don't have to heat up the torch, I got the nectar collector. Yep, me too, Stephanie. In fact, when I go get my eyes checked, my eye doctor, the first time I saw her, she was like, "You're a natural blonde." And I was like, "Yeah, why do you say that?" And then she showed me only natural blondes with blue eyes have this red pigment in them. It's kind of weird, but we're the only ones that have it. So this here is some butterscotch nectar. Hey, Miguel. Hello, Mindy. Cheers. Oh, that tasted really good. That tasted just like butterscotch. You made me choke, JD. Between wax and dabs, dabs are wax. Only, okay, when I first started dabbing, it was all shatter. Shatter being stuff that's like this consistency. That's shatter. Then they started extracting it different ways. This is called sauce with crystals. This is solventless THCA. This is No chemicals involved in the making of this product. There's just different forms. But I, at this point, don't smoke too much shatter. All right. Calendars. Ooh. Here's an oh my God fact. Hawaii moves towards Japan 4 inches every year. You need to get him on some CBD as well. You need to get him on a CBD THC tincture. The CBD is really what's going to help with the seizures to the person with a child that has seizures. You need to find either a tincture, I don't know what state you're in, if you're in a legal state, if you can get CBD THC tincture. That is what you need, and you need to apply it sublingually under the tongue, because under here there is more receptors. It is the best, I'm telling you. But the CBD is really what's going. That's why when cannabis started coming to the forefront of medicine, and you heard so much about Charlotte's Web, that strain is patented. Charlotte's Web is patented, that name. And what that is a strain that's real high in CBD. There's other strains like Charlotte's Web, but only those people can call their strain Charlotte's Web. Oh, Stephanie. Don't give up. I have a friend on Instagram. Her son is Danny Lyons, and they tell her pretty much the same stuff. He's severely autistic. As a mom, she's gone through some crap like you. I know CBD, it's at least going to make the quality of life better. Does that make sense? Stephanie, can you send an email to dabbinggranny@toke.com? And I'm going to try to hook you up with my friend Danny Lyons, the mother. And she's going to probably be able to give you a lot better advice than I can. So, Stephanie, send me an email, dabbinggranny@toke.com. And I'm going to try to hook you up with her. She has a lot of knowledge, and even if you're just support for one another, then that's what it's going to be. I'm writing on my calendar, look for an email from Stephanie. Okay? I mean, I don't have a child that has seizures. This was my first, and this is a horrible analogy. Please don't think I'm equating your son to my dog. That is not what I'm doing. But I want to tell you my first, where I was like, oh my God, CBD. We had that old lab. We had that old dog, Nibbles. And she was very old. And she had seizures so badly. It would just break. All one word, dabbinggranny@toke.com. There's no space. It's all one word. And I'm not equating my dog to your son. But Nibbles had seizures so badly, it would just break my heart. We would put the oxygen mask on her because I couldn't stand it. Then I found CBD tinctures. We could, if I could catch the seizures, and we knew the things that were the precursor to a seizure, just like you do with your son. If we'd seen the precursors to what was going to be a grand mal seizure in my dog, and we gave her tincture, it would be over within seconds. Not sometimes their seizures would last 5, 10 minutes. It was just So please, I'm not equating my dog to your son. That's not what I'm saying. That was when I first realized the benefits of CBD with epilepsy or any kind of brain disorder like that. And then as she got older, we did put her on a THC CBD because she had pain and everything in it. And it didn't cure her getting old. It didn't cure all her ailments, but it sure made the quality of her life 100% better until she passed away. Okay. That was the only thing I could tell you about Stephanie from a personal experience. Yes, and if you are in an illegal state, just CBD alone will help. If you can, oh God, I hate that we're getting our animals these kind of things. CBD, hi, I love pizza. Yes, CBD does help COPD. And you know, I love pizza last night was a thumb mistake, how you got put in timeout. I didn't mean to put you in timeout. I was kind of buzzed. Anyway, on with the calendar. So, again, Stephanie, I'm going to try to hook you up with Danny's mom. Hawaii moves towards Japan 4 inches every year. That's kind of a cool fact. I had a busy weekend, guys. Big trade show up in Denver I'm going to. Thursday, January 25th. Oh my God. Are you ready? In 1998, 6 people drowned while trying to rescue a chicken that had fallen down a well. The chicken survived, and the world is a better place. 6 people drowned trying to rescue a chicken that had fallen down a well, but the chicken survived. It's called the Indo Expo. It's a industry trade show, growing, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can find that on the. I love the website. You can fact check it. It's the Darwin Awards. Evolution in action. That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, I'm all for helping animals and stuff. Oh, it's just, I got it while I was that age. They gave it to me. I'm sure he's smoking a joint, so I'm sure it's just Gorilla Glue, maybe. I don't know. Okay. And the last one. The last one is Jeopardy. That's it. Grape 8. Duh. Beck, I'm kind of slow. I already did an Instagram live. I woke up at 3:30 and couldn't get back to sleep, so I got up and did some dabs. So I've been dabbing since about 4 o'clock. Am I medicated? Yeah, you might say so. Oh, and I did want to say this. Last night we played music, because I wanted to show off. I wanted to show off my new speaker. This is my speaker, my Bluetooth. They deleted the video because we played music, so I can't play music on YouTube. You're welcome, Tracy. Oh, TurboTax. I hate the IRS. I'm going to tell you. Okay, Kevin and I got on the IRS's radar. Once you get on the radar, you're going to get once you get on the IRS radar, you're going to get letters from the IRS. I bet we get them till the day we die, and then we'll probably still get them. So, I've had issues with the IRS forever. 3 years ago, we cleared it up. We got a tax lawyer. We cleared it up. Now I'm getting letters from the IRS about last year's tax return. I get about 3 of them a week, and one is addressed to me. We get 2 of them every time. So we get about 6 letters from the IRS every week. And this is what I don't understand. One will say there was a mistake in your claim and you're owed a refund. Not a big one, guys. It's like $73 or $78, okay? But then the next one will say you are in arrears from last year and you owe $1,000. Now we just started getting these. We owe $1,048. Happy birthday from Deb and Granny to you. I wish you happy birthday and I'll do a dab for you. Happy birthday, Sean Miller. May all your dreams come true. So happy born day from the Deb and Granny to you. Cheers. So I know I'm going to have to deal with them again, and I just don't want to. Sean, this dab's for you. No, it doesn't make any sense. Kevin and I just look at each other like, well, which is it? I will not remember till the 3rd. Happy birthday, Mr. Pizza, from the Dab and Granny to you. I wish you happy birthday and I hope your dreams come true. Happy birthday. Have a wonderful day to all of you. Yeah, but they spend more. And then the one that are going to charge me penalties and interest, they don't you find it amazing that when they owe you, you don't get penalties and interest? I hope you had a good one, Mr. Pizza. If I was you, I'd celebrate all the way through Monday. I'd celebrate, say, this is my born week. Okay, back to Jeopardy. Oh, helps when you put it in the stand right. Jesus Christ, Gail. Okay, so today's Jeopardy question is, the category is anagrams of each other. It's worth $400. And the answer is a wild canine and a type of domesticated bird it might enjoy. New, 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 new. No, 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 no. I didn't see one answer. It's anagrams. Happy birthday again. Anagrams. What is the anagram that is a wild canine and the type of bird it might enjoy? Y'all lost. It's easy once I say it. I know it doesn't make any sense reading it. Remember the category, anagrams. What is an anagram of a wild canine? Wolf. And what might it like to eat? Fowl. Where, Mindy? Where am I supposed to go shopping? I missed that, Mindy. Oh, at the commissary. That's Mindy from the commissary. Nope. It was wolf and fowl. Fowl, WOLF. I had to read the answer to begin with because I read the question. I'm like, I'm going to get this shit. Now that is not that's not an anagram. Don't you know what an anagram is? Are we all too high to even remember what that was like? What was the other one? The one the other day was about the 3 types of rock. I'm like, fuck, I don't even remember that. Does anybody remember the 3 types of rocks? And I said, Jesus, if Kevin was up here, he would make fun of me. He hates when I forget stupid shit like that. Stuff you learn in probably elementary school. The 3 types of rocks are igneous, sedimentary. I forgot the last one. It's metamorphical. I don't even think that's a word. Well, I was close. Metamorph Metamorphical. All right. I want to do a dab. You know what? I'll do a. No, I don't think I have any pot up here. Nothing in that grinder. You got any good sales, Mindy, that I should come shopping for? I don't come to the Fort Carson place too often. What are you going to report me for? What are you going to report me for? You're going to report me for being an idiot? That's about the worst crime I'm guilty of. I'm not doing anything illegal. He's going to report me. I have said that I say it in my profile that my content is for 18 and over. Why? I have a license. I do this legally. So you're misinformed, asshat. I'm just going to get you right out of my channel. I ain't even going to give the moderators a chance. I'm kicking your ass out. Moderators, I ain't even going to let you deal with an idiot like him. Let me pack this. We'll smoke a little flower. Some people's kids. Hi, James Doll. How are you today? This is a double chamber megatoke. Thank you, Southern Vapes. I am going to put, because they want attention. I'll tell you guys the same thing I always say. The people that come in here talking shit about me, saying, this or that, if they say they're going to report me or they say you're saggy or whatever. He said several times he was reporting me to the police, and I just got tired of seeing it. Anyway, this is what I say about them. They're asshats. They're baby trolls. The day their mother spit them out the womb, the day they were spit out the vagina, and the doctor is just cutting the umbilical cord, and he hands that baby to the mother to suckle that baby on her breast, those kind of people, the mothers were like, oh no, I do not want that ugly thing on my breast. Put that thing over in a fucking incubator and give them that nasty ass formula. So from the very day they're spit out the vagina, all they want is attention. And negative attention to them is good because their own mama wouldn't even put them on their titties. You know that you got issues when your own mama won't put you on the titty. So we got to kind of feel sorry for them. I do anyway. Don't you kind of feel sorry for them? I mean, what a life. No, those are outside drugs. That's what somebody asked me the other day. Could I explain outside drugs? And they really thought, I guess they really thought that there was a difference between inside drugs and outside drugs. And I'm like, outside drugs are drugs. Heroin, Xanax, lean, all that shit. Those are outside drugs. Do not bring that into my house. Do not bring that into my circle. You can bring cannabis into my circle. You can even bring mushrooms into my circle. But if you're doing mushrooms, you better have some questions. Don't be doing them just to be doing them. Have some spiritual questions. What about the being born? Mushrooms, I think mushrooms are cool. Acid, I don't know about today's acid. I don't know what to think about today's acid. I think it's man-made, and I'm thinking, nah, there's probably shit in there that cannot be good for us. I mean, I know y'all do a lot of tripping and stuff, But I'm thinking there's, people are going to capitalize on that and they're going to put shit in there that's not, no, I'm not a drug dealer. Oh my God. No, that is one, I don't sell anything. And I'm not a drug dealer. I'm a marijuana advocate. Nothing of mine is for sale. And this is just an open, this is just our opinions. This is just an open conversation between me and the people in this room. The VA uses DMT, DMT for PTSD. And the difference, mushrooms, it's not that gnarly speed feeling. It's just, I'm sorry, I cannot equate mushrooms to tabs of acid. I hate cocaine. The opioid problem. You guys know that Tom Petty died of a fentanyl overdose? Same thing Prince died of. And that means they were probably doing heroin as well. I'm sure Tom Petty was doing heroin. Ketamine? It's just coming to light now. And it made me very sad. I think alcohol can be real bad too. I'm not going to say you shouldn't have drinks. I used to say anything in moderation, and then people were like, "Oh, is rape and incest okay in moderation?" You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I even tell young people, I don't think you should be smoking when you're under 18. I don't condone that. Yeah, now they're saying there's bullshit out, fentanyl patches out on the street that are made in Mexico that are really bad and they're killing people. When they run out, because the healthcare providers are now, they got people addicted to that shit. And now they're saying, oh, you can't have it. We got an opioid epidemic. You can't have it no more. So what are people doing? They're addicted to it. It fucking sucks to be addicted to anything. 2.5 years ago. My husband is so different. Oh, there's so many people dying of fentanyl. And after Kevin's gallbladder surgery, after Kevin had gallbladder surgery, he was already on a large amount of morphine. Then they put him on the damn fentanyl patch. So after this is when I was like, oh, hell no. They had him on that fentanyl patch. He was on the morphine twice a day for extended release, and he was on immediate release up to 5 times a day of morphine. He was a zombie. He was falling down. We couldn't have a conversation. There was nothing good in our lives. He was like literally an opioid zombie. And he was in a lot of pain, but then they put him on that fentanyl, and they put him then on oxygen at night. And I'm like, this is fucked up, because I was reaching over I can't tell you, every hour during the night, making sure he was still breathing, because the biggest thing about the fentanyl is it suppresses your respiratory system so badly, you just quit breathing. You just quit breathing. And I was like, this has got to stop. I don't care if you hurt. I don't care if you're in pain. You're too young to be like this. We're not 80s, we're 60s. And so it took us a whole year, but he is now opioid free and he's so happy. And this is when I broke my foot real bad in July, the end of July, it was the beginning of August, I broke my foot really super bad, really bad. And I was in a lot of pain. So they gave me those Percocets, and I took a couple of them the first few days, but then they made me sick to my stomach. And I asked him, do you want one of these? And he said, fuck no. After a year of getting off of them, I don't want that. So we dropped them off in the, you know how you recycle your drugs? I didn't need them around for him to be a temptation to my daughter. We all know about temptation. Oh, shoot. I don't think I have enough pot to fill this thing. I probably have to go to a dispensary today. I'm sorry about. And the one thing, it took me a very long time to talk to you guys about kratom. because I know using kratom is a substitute. But I would rather have you use kratom to get off the pharmaceuticals and then just use the kratom in moderation. Anyway, back to alcohol. I will never drink and drive. I will never ever drink and drive. I'm from my home, there's a lot of people that drink and drive, and that was one thing. I'll never drink and drive. Never have, never will. I walked home many times. Now with Uber and Lyft, there is absolutely no reason to drink and drive. I don't get drunk very often. Last night I did my party trick. I did 2 of them, which what meant I drank 2 Little Kings. I drank 2 of these and 2 of these Rudy Tooty fruity like wine cooler shots. For me, that was a lot of alcohol. When I was in Vegas, then I did drink a lot of vodka. Everybody was buying me drinks. And because I don't drink like that, I was pretty hammered. I don't want to drink like that again. But alcohol, what's wrong with a glass of wine? Or no, drinking and driving, that's just a no, no, no. I'm sure there is, because there's a needle exchange program here. I don't really feel it's going to be a little hit, guys. I have mixed feelings about the needle exchange program. No, I don't think alcohol is the worst drug. It's pretty bad, though. The way I look at the needle exchange program, we got a big homeless community. Cannabis is the best. That kratom does help as well, though. The kratom helps with the body aches and stuff. Kevin used it. We used that. We used everything. We used those suppositories that were local that are CBD and THC. That helped a lot with his pain. I think cigarettes are pretty bad, too. You're right. Cigarettes are pretty icky. Sometimes I wonder. Gotta find the little. My eyes are so damn bad. Gotta find the little line to line it up. As far as dabbing and some of the things we're smoking, I sometimes wonder, are we the crash course dummies of the cannabis world? Are we going to be like my parents and grandparents with cigarettes? Yeah, but like here now they're giving them to the homeless community, and they're not being responsible with the needles they're getting. Like I talked about the homeless camp. There's a homeless camp maybe 5-6 blocks that way from me in a big open field. It's always littered with needles. I don't think that's cool. I know it reduces a lot of risks, but a lot of drug addicts aren't responsible with. And like this is all around. Don't be a big fan of alcohol. This big open field is like in the middle of a big housing area. And okay, come on now. Even if you're not supposed to, say you're 12 years old on your bicycle. Don't you want to go dirt biking down at the empty field? It's not cool if there's syringes all around. Yep, I know, and there's so many young ones. So there's pros and cons to everything. I don't think needles, okay, if they're going to do a needle exchange program, then they better have it in a safe house where you can sit there and use the needle there. Leave the needle there. No taking needles anywhere. No taking needles out of the house. I'll do anything, Simon. I have seen people die. I'm not a sweet little granny person. I have seen overdoses. In fact, I'll tell you a story. Kevin's very best friend. Kevin's very, very best friend. My husband is 63. It's somebody he's known since kindergarten. So it's something, because I've been married to Kevin since I was 17, it's somebody I know very well as well. Lifelong friend. He lost everything. He lost his wife, his kids, his business, his home because of drugs and alcohol. Lesson learned. That was in his 40s. Now he's in his 60s. Traveled all around, kind of a gypsy, doesn't have any roots. That's cool. If you're single, you can do that. That's all good. Went up to, I think, Michigan. Now, we used to do lots of drugs when we were younger. That's why I talked to you about them. That's why I know no drugs are good drugs. Thought, well, we used to do heroin. Started snorting heroin. Within 4 weeks, he was addicted. Within 4 weeks, my friend was addicted to heroin. Went to snort some one night. Figured he'd been doing it for a while, had built up a tolerance. He overdosed. He was so fucking lucky. He was rushed to the hospital, I think Mount Sinai. They told him how lucky he was, and when he called me, and he was like, you won't believe what happened. When he told me, I said, you dumb motherfucker. And he said, wow, no sympathy? I said, I have not got 1 ounce of sympathy for you. We are adults, and you started doing that shit? How would you, your kids, what? Oh, how's your dad? Oh, he overdosed on heroin. You irresponsible person. Yeah, but nobody had Narcan. That's why they said, and they even told him, it's the natural progression. You go from snorting to shooting. If he was younger, I might have sympathy for him, but he is someone of my age. And I bitched at him for a long time. That's, I guess, probably why we're friends, because I'm real. I ain't going to hide no shit from you. You do something stupid like that, I'm going to tell you it's fucking stupid like that. I don't know where my silicone mouthpiece is. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. If people, that's why I'm not embarrassed to put my face. Person say they're going to turn me in for what? For smoking marijuana? But I bet I no longer take any kind of pharmaceuticals. I'm so happy. I no longer take an antidepressant. I no longer take them damn Klonopin. I no longer take anything for cholesterol. I don't take my blood pressure medicine, and I don't need to. And I attribute it all to smoking. Kevin no longer takes all that shit. Well, I that's why my husband is sick, because he was diagnosed with hepatitis C in 1993. And 9 treatments later, he still wasn't cured. And finally, when they came out with this, Kevin was one of the research people where they used him to actually come up with the Harmony and the Sovaldi, those expensive drugs. That was exactly what cured my husband. I'll talk to my doctors. If they're not cannabis friendly, we'll find a different doctor that is. My orthopedic surgeon, he knew who I was. This is a funny story. Oh, I love edibles, Mr. Pizza. I love edibles. when I did break my foot all that bad and I had to go see this orthopedic surgeon, and I was like, I don't want to have surgery. Can we try it my way? And he was like, well, let's go over a few things. So he's going over my history. Um, and he gets down to, do you smoke? And I said, no, I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke cannabis. Then he goes, now with the alcohol, you only have alcohol when you do your thing. And I said, what? And he said, when you do your granny thing. And I was like, you know about my party tricks? And he said, yeah, I've seen you do your party tricks a couple of times. My surgeon was probably about 68, but yet he knew who Dab and Granny was. When he said, you only have alcohol when you do your thing, I'm like, what? So he was open to discussion about me, CBD. I was using arnica. That tripped me out. That tripped me out. Here's this clean cut dude, probably ready to retire. And when he said, you only have alcohol when you do your thing, it took me by surprise. Like, what is he talking about? My thing. This was some Lake of Fire. I got to go find some pot today. I got to go get some flour. There's a few things I should get busy doing. I just said I'd be back in the morning, so I wanted to come and say, hey. Do any of you people know Kirill, the slut whisperer, on Instagram? Do any of you know the slut whisperer on Instagram? I know he I know he takes a lot of grief because he can be kind of nasty. I really like him. And we've been talking for a while now. This morning, like yesterday, somebody he check him out. It's the slut whisperer, Kirill. Let me see. I know he's got a Twitter account. He's probably on Instagram. He throws insane parties where he drinks champagne off of ladies' butts. You will be off of it. Why is he not popping up? He's not popping up. Oh, wait. What? Okay. Kirill. He's got 961,000 followers. Now, Kevin is in. Oh, to you that had Hep C, then you'll understand this. After all the treatments and stuff, and it took from so long to cure Kevin of the hepatitis C, he is in cirrhosis stage 5 with bridging and scarring of the liver ducts. That is why he went on the transplant list. When he went on the transplant list, we were told that someone with that diagnosis needs a full cadaver transplant. That much damage is done to the liver. It won't rejuvenate, even with the liver being one of the organs that can rejuvenate. That at stage 5 cirrhosis with bridging and scarring of the bile ducts, you need a whole liver. Guess what? So we have to go to the transplant team yearly. Last year, I told you we weaned Kevin off all opioids. We put him on a high dose of CBD tincture. Every day, he takes a high dose of CBD tincture. He also smokes cannabis. When his transplant doctor walked in and she looked at him in the chair and she looked at me and she said, "What's gone on this last year?" And he said, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "My God, Kevin, you look amazing." She went and got the rest of the team to have them come in and look at Kevin. And they sat down. They talked to us about all his labs, everything. And they said, how is it possible that his liver is coming back? They took him off the transplant list. We got the letter yesterday saying, congratulations, your health has improved so dramatically that you have been removed from the transplant list. It's the CBD. It's less toxins going into his body. Very good. My daughter was a meth addict as well. It took her going to jail. It took her to go to jail because there was nothing we could do. We did tough love and we wouldn't let her come around, and she did get arrested, and it took her going to prison. And she is now off the meth. She does not want to go back to prison. So um, that's what we all should do, is just share our stories and be inspirations to one another, because we all got bullshit going on in our lives. We're all human beings. And sometimes we're ashamed of the shit we've done. Thank you. We did have a good anniversary, Angelica. But, and now, okay, he used to be on there's a lot of things that you can do. He used to be on Synthroid, and one of the things about the Synthroid is you can't have grapefruit products. Well, did you know grapefruit is extremely beneficial for the liver? So guess what? No more Synthroid, and there's supplements at GNC that will help, that will work like the Synthroid would work. I mean, don't do this without supervision from your doctor. Please. Please don't do anything I say without supervision of a physician, because just because it worked for Kevin doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And I would hate for something bad to happen to one of you because of something I said or did. So please don't do anything without physician's assistance. But anyway, we're on these supplements now from GNC that are working. His thyroid they're staying where they're supposed to. He's not on the insulin any longer. His A1C is great. So you're right. The terps are very beneficial. It is more about terpenes anymore than the indica or the sativa. We're finding out so much about marijuana. And there's a lot we can do. So anyway, now he can have grapefruit because he's not on Synthroid. I hear him talking to the dogs. All right, I'm going to go downstairs. I hope everybody has a great day. Make it the best day you possibly can. Do your own personal best. And as always, try and do a kind deed for somebody. I'll see you guys. I doubt I'll be back tonight. I got a lot to do today. Kelly Grown, huh? Russian River Dank. Some of these names. I know, Kevin. I know your name. Beach Paracord. It was a good discussion today. I hope some of you vented and feel better and maybe learned something. Or at least walk away with a smile. Everybody have a great day.